Welcome back, everybody. My name is Steven Aldaco, and today we are going to explore Yellowstone National Park. In today's video, I want to break down the best things that you can do here in this park and then make it a little bit easier for you during your trip. If you're not already, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get started. All right, so here we have a super useful map of Yellowstone National Park. The way I came in was through the south entrance, which is right next to the Grand Tetons, which you definitely don't want to miss, and I'll leave that down in the description below the video we did last time we were there. We're going to cover some of the main attractions here. Of course, Old Faithful, you have to see that. I personally didn't care for it that much, but it's just one of those things you have to see. Next up is the Grand Prismatic Spring, and absolutely, it's stunning, it's gorgeous, it's the most photographed thing out there. But there are two ways to see this, and I'm going to recommend that you see it from the higher entrance. That way you can get a kind of an aerial view. Next up, you definitely want to check out the Mammoth Hot Springs. This is really kind of like a hidden gem here. Not too many people go, it's not too crowded, but it is super beautiful, and I was even able to see some elk while I was there. This road across to Lamar Valley is absolutely stunning, and you want to check that out for sure. And then here in the Lamar Valley, this is where you're going to see most of the wildlife. The best times to visit Lamar Valley are going to be sunrise and sunset. This is when the animals are most active, so you want to plan your day around that. And definitely, while you're here, you want to check out the Grand Canyon of Yellowstone. Amazing, beautiful waterfall, and it's really not that much of a trek. So that's going to cover the major hotspots of Yellowstone National Park. So also in today's video, I'm going to show you some hidden gems that aren't on this map, and they're really cool places to explore which are less crowded. So let's jump right away into it. First on our hidden gems is the Biscuit Basin Loop Walkway. It's only a half-mile walk out and back, and it has awesome thermal features which are stunning, especially the sapphire pool. And just before it, there's a small river where you can bathe in hot springs. The geyser's erupting right now. I don't know if it's a common occurrence. So here is the parking lot. You cross this river over here, and then you see where those little kids are. Yeah, that's the area you want to go. And it's super nice hot springs right there. Little hidden gem. Another great way to explore Yellowstone is by simply driving around. Yellowstone is huge, and I'm going to name just a few spots where you can stop, get out of your car, take a look at some beautiful things, and then hop back in your car and drive away. Little. So just a quick turn off on the road, and you have the mud volcanoes, which is a pretty cool sight to see. And if you're looking for just something more relaxing, this is a great spot to check out. Beautiful. So that was Wraith Falls, and it's only a quick mile hike, half a mile in and half a mile out. Really nice just to take even a small trail to get away from the crowds and kind of get a feel of what Yellowstone's really like. For those of you looking for something a bit more adventurous and challenging, Bunsen Peak is just for you. It's a 2.1 mile trail out and back, and I decided to run it, which was really a challenge, but quite fun.
This is so freaking tough, man. It's like all uphill. All right, 30 minutes.
How many?
30.
That's awesome.
Thanks, brother. 30 minutes to the top. The gentleman up there said it took him 40, so I'm so competitive. I don't know why. But look at that. Oh wow. My car's down. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? Look at it. Oh.
So as I mentioned earlier in the video, there are two ways to make it to the Grand Prismatic Spring, and it's slightly confusing to get to the aerial view, which is the view I recommend. So here's how you do it. And you'll see an entrance named Grand Prismatic Spring, but that's not the view you want. The view you want is from the Fairy Falls Trail, so don't make that mistake. And the Fairy Falls Trail is going to take you up a tiny little hill. It's not too much effort, and then from there you'll get the aerial view. I really enjoyed the Grand Canyon of Yellowstone National Park. Not only is it a beautiful canyon, but it also includes a gorgeous waterfall, which you can view from above or below. And I definitely recommend going down the small trail to see the falls from below because the view is absolutely astonishing. So here we are at the West Thumb Basin, right next to Yellowstone Lake. And this is a really cool spot to check out some thermal features. There's some really colorful pools, and you know, it's not too much of a trek, so definitely a good spot to check out. Last up is the Mammoth Hot Springs. As I mentioned earlier, this is kind of a hidden gem. Not a lot of people go. They go to the bigger spots like Old Faithful and the Grand Prismatic, but there's some really awesome features here and you definitely don't want to miss it. So let's talk about camping at Yellowstone National Park. You want to book way in advance. I mean, like a year out in advance to claim your spot. I happened to be lucky and I showed up at one of the campsites and it was free. You can make your reservations at recreation.gov, and I'll leave a link down in the description for that. Another nice thing about the campgrounds here is that they have showers and washrooms. So if you plan to stay for an extended amount of time, you can do that. But during this time, the COVID-19 era, the showers were closed. So hopefully those reopen soon. Also lodging if you want something a little bit more comfortable. But I would definitely recommend staying inside the park because it's so big and it'll take you about an hour and a half to drive into the park every day. So you might be wasting time that way. All right, everybody, that was Yellowstone, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this content, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you next time. Take care.